There it is. Ready for this? Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm Mark Saint. This is Thailand. This is my bungalow. And every morning I get up and I'm blessed to be alive. I might be in different parts of the world. I might be dating someone. I might be in love. And I track these conversations every morning talking about the real. Oh my God. My girl's just thinking about me. Oh my God, dude. Literally, that's what it feels like. I think I called this the dating game or let's play a game, and it's one of those things. So can't help, right? Let me tell her you already know. Just started my show. That's my girl. So yeah, um I said play date. That's what it is. Everyone, when you're a kid, you have a play date. You meet up with these other kids, and we let the kids figure each other out, right? And we let them have some sort of social proofing and testing of what's a match and what's not a match. It's not easy to just point at people and just go, okay, you're going to be my friend. So many things involved in the dating scene. You know what I mean? So many things of smell and money and status and a lot of muscle game and frame or whatever homeboy wants to call it, or meat, money, energy, attention, and time, or mating strategies. They call it the sexual marketplace. I bring it up because it's out here. I'm in a microcosm. I'm in a small data set, a population of maybe 100 to 500 people, and you see them every day in a small area. It's almost like we're the look at that bird chirping. We're the monkeys in the lab experiment. Just being honest, like we don't realize it, but we start acting like monkeys, humping each other from and there, monkey branching, stealing, conniving. Monkeys who came on the morning again every morning, these motherfuckers, but they're very mischievous. And part of Saint's addiction was telling the truth about true intentions and getting down to it. Because if you all get what we really, 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 really deep down inside want, that's our motivator. That's our moral compass. That's the thing that's setting us on a path to, chirp out loud or something, right? Big chirps. That sounds like my thank you. The chirp from the what do you call that? The fire alarm when you're in America. Anyway, it's just funny, but yeah. So how it works is that when we play date, when we're out here acting like monkeys, playing with each other, bumping into each other, our play date situation is interesting. It's interesting what we really seek. It's interesting what our patterns are and the results after it. So, you can say one thing, right? There's a way of saying one thing. Oh, there's a girl chirping back over here. You can see her. Weep, 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 weep. Right? Yeah. Anyway, so we can say, like this bird, case in point, we can say we want one thing. One's being very direct. He's going, boop, 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 setting out the alarm. The other one sends back a different message. Deet 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 deet. And you can already see millions of years of evolution in the trees, or hear it. You can't see it, obviously, but the strategy that works, right? This could be the strategy that you're making too much noise and another predator will see you, right? There could be a strategy that you are the loudest bird and therefore they want the biggest dick, swinging dick in the forest and go after that in the jungle. Or you're going to try to exhibit some sort of pattern, fluff your feathers, um, do a bit of a dance, and then try to entice each other. I'm sitting there, maybe I'm too high on the dance floor sometimes, and I think too deep, but I'm sitting there and I'm watching people do that, little mating rituals, little chicken mating ritual of some sort. We call it dancing, but like in a way, it's a bit of a mating ritual. The one girl did the splits in front of me, bent over backwards, touched her hands, stand, did it twice, and then kind of gyrated her hips towards me. And I went, "Is that the move? Is that the move that we do? Is that our clucking? Is that our signaling?" We're sending messages. Like she just sent me 111, and I'm thinking about her and I'm in love with her. That's the play date. We play date. We pretend that we don't have some sort of intrinsic DNA driven uh, um, uh, evolutionary driven um, subversive wants and desires. Okay, let's go with that. So we pretend that we're okay, right? Like everything's fine. I don't need anybody. Da 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 da. That's not how life is designed. Life's designed so complicated that you almost need to team up and mate up to be successful at life. And then when you die, your genetics go on in perpetuity, right? This is the mating strategy. Don't blame me. Don't shoot the messenger. Shoot evolution. And as I'm surrounded by a lot of nature and of what tree got to grow really tall and maybe not the tree underneath it got to grow, or how big are the fan leaves so the other one can't see or feel or get the other sunshine, our mating strategies are upon us. We might not see it as much. There'd be a lot of pecking order going around. We got the little bitch crew that's behind me, where they're just bitches and whatever. And um, I don't think they're that happy. They're not smile a lot. They play on their phones and then they only take selfies to pretend that they're happy. They're not getting the attention that they want from the men that they want, so therefore they'll get it from somewhere else. This is a play date. This is something that we're playing with in our dating strategies. This is something that we might not necessarily cognitively see, but sometimes I'll get nervous and I'll be on my cell phone and I'll see the other person's cell phone next to me, Selma Hayek look-alike, big old titties. But that sets the tone. It goes like, you're not interested in enough for me to be off my phone. Maybe if you were, then you'd be able to be laughing with me or enjoying with me, or we would be in a different mood or vibe. But sometimes vibe switches up. I'll see people going on the taxis and they'd be all squeezed with the lift gate, not the one where you can actually hop in and there's a step. Like you're in the back of a pickup truck. And this one guy's just totally turned around, sitting in the back, being antisocial. And I remember these things. I look at all sorts of things, funny, but what I'm noticing is that we put on a resting bitch face. We go to a default zone. Thank you, Mr. Bird. We go to a default zone inside of ourselves where we're like, okay, if a hot chick's around, I act like this. If it's a business meeting, I act like this. If it's something that I want, I do this. And we have strategies. We don't might not readily identify them. We might not be so aware of them, but it's there and it's real. And maybe we're not so conscious to it, but just because you're not conscious to your behaviors doesn't mean you're not exhibiting emotions and strategies and reacting. So you can be in denial, like my one friend. Oh, he's hitting on me. I'm just oblivious. I just let all these weirdos hit on me, and then they think that they stand a chance. Listening to this morning with Dr. David Buss talking about why women have sex and their mating strategies and why men cheat, women cheat. They asked a girl or a guy go up to a girl and say, I don't remember the exact words, but something to the effect of, "Hi, I think you're beautiful. Will you go on a date with me?" I took a screenshot of the statistics of this, but anyway, would you go on a date with me to, would you come to my apartment and would you like to have sex now? And almost 0% of the women were like, they'd have to like to have sex now. 75% of the dudes, when approached with a woman, said yes, they'd like to have sex now. I mean, 0 to 75 real quick, right? And it shows you our mating strategies, right? I'm looking to copulate. I had that full moon manifestation that I had asked myself why didn't I have sex with her. She wants to be celibate. I wanted to honor it. Turns out the next day had a limited snicket of events, so I did a good move. But for me, when I'm half naked with somebody, or when I'm fully naked with somebody in a full moon, and we're already attracted to, and we've already had sex, and it's on a beach, and it's in Thailand, and it's hella romantic, you already know what I'm doing. I already know what I'm doing. My DNA knows what I'm doing because that's in my mating strategy is to procreate with this person, um, have sex with her as much as possible, make sure she wants to have sex with me, and ensure paternity. This is just being honest. I'm not just saying, oh yeah, I was just like banging her and we were making such good love and I'm in love and that's esoteric, you know. The brass tacks of it, I'm looking to procreate, right? Like this is something that's in my DNA, whether I know it or not. Whatever wakes me up in the morning makes me want to smoke the weed. Whatever wakes me up on whatever circadian rhythm. Um, I'm more biological than emotional or physical or spiritual. It's a lot of biology. I mean, it almost comes right to the top. I mean, you get woken up with a hard on. Your biology is telling you that your testosterone is high. I'm not sure if girls wake up wet, but I'm sure everybody has a wet dream. But my point is this: is that your body's sending you signals. You're reacting to things without even knowing. You know, is her knees turned towards you, or does she turn her whole back like Selma Hayek? Like you're not interested, so I'm just gonna keep playing on my phone, and I'm not trying to holler at you. I got somebody else I'm interested in, and it's my mating strategy to continue to procreate with other people. You know, this is part of the problem or challenge with the monopoly is like, if I go with this other person and have sex with them, do I lose sex with this person? Right? Like just not who's emotional and what do they provide and what do you bring to the table and all this other shit. No, no, I'm not trying to slide in any DMs here. I'm literally trying to go direct to the source and say, what are my mating strategies? You know, what are my behaviors showing? And I think I started exhibiting neediness, if I can call myself out. You know what I mean? I thought I started neediness when I got done with the girl in Finland and she wanted to go have a cigarette. And I thought the cigarette was more important than me than cuddling right after. Like, we're missing all this free oxytocin, and who doesn't want to cuddle after? And who knows, it might get hard again and we might start again. But no, she wanted to go off and do bumps of meth and move in and bags everywhere and be crazy and cry. But anyway, I started to notice my own, oh, I got something on my back that hurts, my own neediness, you know? And I didn't really feel that needy because I'm a pretty solo journey kind of person and I just don't give a fuck. And literally, I can turn it on and off. When I want something, I want something, I go after. If I don't want it, guess what? It disappears. That kind of thing. And I have a bruise on my back. Golly. Jesus fucking Christ. The motorbikes. So, um, brass tacks is like, I mean, I'd be asking this girl often, come on, fucking motorbikes, get the fuck up the hill already and stay the fuck up there, fuck off, seek their get lawn. Shit pissing me off, trying to start some morning marijuana motivation. Fucking that biology. I think it's emotional, but it's biology. My biology is like, I don't want somebody to disturb me, and if I feel that way, then I feel like I can be react violently towards them as this motherfucker cruises on past. Look at us. See, better get on, you know? Like, before you even know it, you're up in flames. And my friend actually told me that. She said someone came into the room while she was sleeping, dude, all naked in the bed, and she was flustered. She woke up pissed. She was still talking about it. She's like, I don't like it, Mark. Why need like the door? Invasion of privacy. I didn't know what was happening to me. I didn't know who was in the room. It really fucked me up. And I was like, damn, girl, you know, you're scorched earth, right? Like, you know, you were the dragon. Who woke the sleeping dragon, bro? You know? Like full on fucking dragon flame. Run for your lives, motherfuckers. Comes the red-headed dragon. Burning the life out of everything. And how many of us have been the dragon? How many of us have been a sleeping dragon when we were sleeping our way through life and melancholy and comforts, and then it comes somebody around where it's like, okay, now it's a mating strategy. Now there's something that I want. Now there's something that I feel like I need or I want to chase. Here's where we play date, right? You know, is this something that I put effort into someone and I reciprocate? Or is this one of these things where I'm just needy and I'm alms for the poor? Please, sir, may I have a little more? And then, is it one of these things where you seek and destroy and you're very robotic about it and you're the Terminator and your eye turns red and you're like, there's Sarah Connor, you know, like Sarah Connor, you know, like that's biology's strategy, but this is something that we're doing, and it's just like it's something I like to talk about in human psychology. Someone asked me what my channel was about last night, and I was like, look, I'm one of the realest people on YouTube. I make shirts. I talk about human psychology. I have a psych degree, and I like to deep dive into into people in psychology. I like to see like what the fuck are we doing? We play date all the way around. Some of these girls are gonna play date with my homie and sit there and have dinner with him, roll up on the bike, but then go off with somebody else. And then as soon as homeboy has cocaine, she's gonna hug on him, and you see this fake love because it's a fake drug and it's fake synthesized happiness. So of course the girls are going to come around, they're going to flip their hair, they're going to do the doggy tail wag, and then you know they're going to get the treat. Works with monkeys, works with dogs, works with humans. This is what like I was like, wait a minute, we're no, cute little monkey. You're the monkey in the cage too, motherfucker. You're in the cage just like me. Everyone has a box that they sleep in, and it's like it's maybe bigger boxes than the other, but we decorate these boxes to make it comfortable for us, and that's just what ends up happening. We are categorical creatures, we're biological creatures, and we're creatures of habits. So it's like, you know, we want to categorize, are we dating, are we mating? We want to what's the other one that I just said? Shit, you got categorical creatures. Fuck, let me smoke this weed. Hold up. If this dog shuts up, another thing, nails on a chalkboard to me. But so biological creatures, so it's going to be an imperative. Something's going to give you a hard on, or something's going to make you wet, or something's going to make you do other activities. It pushes us from staying in our comfort zones. It pushes us from doing things that we keep repeating. And now someone comes around, and now we want to build a nest, or we want to look extremely good, or we want to be in synchronicity with someone. And to do that dance, you've seen nature shows like me. You've seen the birds flap through the trees. You see them build nests. You see fishes pick up rocks and shells and make this whole presentation for this one situation. And that's what the play date is. Are you safe around me? Do you want the same things as me? And if I do it properly, will the outcome be? What if the person doesn't have the same pH balance as you? One of the things that I seek and women seek naturally, they were talking about this with David Buss too, about deodorants or antiperspirants and how they cover up our natural smells. And so women misselect men because their smells are hidden. And that if they're on birth control, their hormones will come on, stay alive, and stay attracted to different men. This is crazy that you can be on hormonal pills, and now the man that you were naturally pre-selected to doesn't smell good to you anymore. All right? Who wants to kiss stank breath? Nobody. And who wants the bo of somebody? They talk about with the porn stars already. Would you rather have a big dick with bad breath, or would you rather have a average dick and really good minty breath, and he smells good and he takes a shower? One girl picked the bigger dick. She's like, I'm a size queen. You know, I mean, it didn't even matter. I won't just kiss him in the scene. Boom. Problem solved. I get what I want. He gets what he, and I don't have to deal with his breath. Um, that's what we're doing. We're trying to look for what we want. The person that we want wanting us, that would be love. The thing that we want and who we can convince to get it, that would be manipulation. And the behaviors we exhibit to get it. You know, what happened in our childhood? How did we grow up? And which mating strategies do we choose to be the ones that work? There's a weirdo that keeps hanging out and hitting on all these different girls. I see him and he kind of looks at me and looks away because I'll be talking to the girls. And as soon as I'm not talking to the girl, I'm Swoop Vulture or City, another fucking weirdo magnet, and he just sits next to him. Or he's on the dance floor and hopes they bump into him. I'm like, there's a empty dance floor is one girl and you're standing this close to her. I'm all the way over here just chilling, create space, and I just want my own space anyway. But he in her pocket, in her ear, in the middle of the nightclub with the fucking where you can't hear in the speakers. This dude's trying to holler at everything. And I get it, you know. He has a loneliness strategy. He knows when he goes home, he's still a nerdy dude with glasses, and he might not have no beautiful girls dancing on a dance floor to talk to. We place ourselves in situations. We're not just at the bar, bro. You're at the bar in a skirt trying to get some attention so somebody flirts. We want that kind of outcome. That's a strategy. Same as that fish that grabs all the shells and makes, and then the other one comes and steals it. I'm sure you guys have all seen it at Planet Earth, but same strategy. Everybody's trying to get laid. So this is how you play the game. The game we play are competitive. right? The games we play are now who's got the best mating strategy. So not only are we playing the game, we're actively in it. We were actively in it in the daytime, trying to find a cute dress so that we can go out on Saturday night, so that we can get hit on. The dude, he's getting out there, going to the gym, buying colognes, and putting on good clothes that he wouldn't normally wear. Both these people show up to a place where this is known to happen. They're not showing up at the library. They're not showing up at the beach. They're showing up at the bar so they can get socially lubricated and have an opportunity to have some fun. Now, their idea of fun, it could be the drugs, could be the dancing, could be the sex. I don't know. Everyone has a different strategy, but they're showing up at the same spot and they're looking for the same things and they're hopefully finding it with people. And what I was witnessing yesterday when I was up at Oasis is people starting to pair up. The one girl, she always pulls a dude. I don't talk to her anymore. Mila, she's a fucking sociopath, but weird when you act like you don't know someone after you've known them. But she'll switch dude to dude to dude. I've seen her do it 10 times in a row. She just showed back up on the island. Boom, another dude. Oasis 2 months ago when I first met her. That's what she was doing to me, and I didn't even know it. And this guy thinks he has a chance, and then the next guy thinks he has a chance, and number 10, and so on and so forth, till you're number 26 in the bakery. Strategies. The bitchy girls hung out with the bitch girl crew, and they had that pussy power. They know guys are going to want to chase it, but not put up with it. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to put up with the slag from England or the bitch from Sweden or Mean Girls. They have power, but they use it unwisely. It's like not being a superhero. With great power comes great responsibility. They have no responsibility or accountability to their power. They're here to slay and slay all day and cause damage, much like these monkeys. Get in the trash, break things, be all over the place. It's a strategy. Oh shit, that thing opened up. Check this out. I'll show you this palm tree has a flower in it, and it just opened up. See the second one coming out? That's a trip. I'm gonna have to take some pictures. It looks like a dick, but whatever. Big old donkey dick coming out the fucking palm tree. Anyway, that's what it is. So, us as guys, we spend most of our waking time trying to get rich, so that way when we're at the bar, we can act like we can provide to the woman by buying her drinks and just exhibiting, displaying this exhibiting behavior, and same as the fish in the sea, same as the birds of the trees. We play date, we play games, we are trying to do something for something. And there's no girls aren't doing anything without purpose. Short skirt, I'm in the game. If I didn't want to be in the game, it would have been sweatpants. You know what I'm saying? And if I didn't want to be in the game, I would have stayed in my room like the Russian girl did. If you come out in hot shorts and start dancing all hot and flirting with dudes, game on. You're sending that signal. You're in the sexual marketplace. This is what attracts other humans, and that's why we do it. And this is so interesting that we do these things. And, we have long conversations with people. We touch them on their shoulders, arms, and legs. We try to close the gap. Somebody might be sitting there and actually interested in what someone's saying. The other person might just be interested in sex and try to manipulate that person to get what they want. I know a ton of guys that just like, oh fuck man, I gotta hear this psychobabble bullshit just to get laid. I cut my girl off. I was like, yo, I'm not your psychologist, but we can go dancing. Let's switch up the mood. I don't want to hear about these other dudes. And she got it. And now she doesn't use me as her psychologist. And I think it's healthy for us because I got a psych degree. She's deep in psychology. If we start picking each other apart, we'll feel very exposed. But if we're ever honest with each other and say, you can't be around me because I'm a threat to your celibacy. That's about the realest shit I ever wrote. You know what I mean? I'm just like being honest with you. I don't know how many full moons naked you're going to be in front of me without me taking advantage of that situation. Now, upon further information, it was good that I had some restraint and self discipline. I'm proud of myself. And she felt safe for the first time in a long time. And that's something that I wanted to create. Creating sexual opportunities or something that I was easy at. Having self discipline and creating safety is something I wasn't good at and something that I had to practice. Someone to be safe around me and to exhibit some empathy when she started to cry and to be there for someone in a more supportive way than just a dick stand. How many of us are not just a kick stand, but we're a dick stand? And I'm not trying to be someone's dick stand. I'm trying to be someone's partner. I'm trying to be someone's lover. I'm trying to be someone's support column. And in that, like my friend said, Polly Mack, I'll never forget, he's trying to be a vision for a vision. I thought that was a very nice way of putting it that way. He's getting in shape because he wants to be that vision for that woman. He wants to, he's envisioning himself as this safe harbor for her and a place where she can land. And that was his mating strategy, you know, build a nest, have a runway that she can actually fly in and land safely. And that's all it is, you know. We're all desperately looking for love. This is how love works, you know. Everybody wants to be in love and have love, but nobody wants to do the work, you know, the price for the prize, you know. Having patience, being vulnerable, um, 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 taking chances, actually growing some balls. What did my buddy call it? 10 seconds of bravery. You know, there's so much more that can be gained on the other side of fear. I mean, everything you want's on the other side of fear. So trying and attempting and actually doing something is going to get you somewhere. But then you get to see patterns about what have I done every time? Oh, every time I just showed up at the bar, every time I just put on a social media dating app, or every time I scam a girl from someone else. This is your mating strategy. You know, you weren't ballsy enough. I told the homie, the Germany guy that swooped me the other month, like you weren't ballsy enough to approach these girls. Every time I'm talking to a beautiful girl, you just start talking to them, and the only reason you get to go through is to go through me. You're piggybacking off my work. You're the other fish that steals the shell to make your nest look better. He doesn't want to admit it, but it's biology. I don't know if the fish are concentrating on it because the other fish goes off to get another shell and keeps building his mandala and safe nest for the woman, and the other one's stealing shells to make his own. This is just what happens, bro. This is just what happens in nature. So don't shoot the messenger. I'm watching these things happen. Hypergamy, monkey branching, and psychology, and it's happening in biology. Everywhere you look, they're choosing who has a bigger claw, so that my genetics has a bigger claw, or who has the best resources. I might make the decision on that. They go, the question goes, would you rather have a 5'7" guy that makes 100 grand a year, or a 6'2" guy that makes 40 grand a year? And for some people, they'll be like, they don't care. It's not about the money. Fair enough. But for some girls, they'll take a bigger dick and bad breath. There's so much of us looking at each other's DNA. There's so much of us looking at each other's backgrounds. We're looking at the aesthetics. We're looking at the vibe. We're looking at the vibration. We're looking at compatibility. And that's what we're all doing the dance for. That's the game. That's the play date. Is that you're playing the date because you're trying to search for compatibility beyond the aesthetics, beyond the visuals, beyond the physicalities. We want to know the mentalities. We want to know the spiritualities. We want to know that when we're done banging, like my friends were, they were talking at the pool all day. They went to the bar, they were with each other all day, and I think they ran out of sex. She's a squirter, he's fucking her, she's young, he's 31, whatever. 21, 31, they're banging the fuck out of each other, and now when they're done banging, what do you got left? Just curious. And then they end up sitting in two separate hammocks next to each other playing on their phones. I think they run out of sex. I'm running out of sexy, like Tommy Chung said to me when we were trying to take a picture at the dispensary. You know, um, uh, that's what someone else said to me, and I say it when people try to take selfies and they take too long to take the photo. Running out of sexy, not getting any younger, you know. But that's it. We're not getting any younger. We know time is a commodity. We know we got to get on the task, so we risk it for the biscuit. Fuck these motorbikes. Here comes a fucking helicopter too. What the fuck? You never hear planes over. That's just the second time I've heard that plane. So when I'm getting disturbed and it's time to end the show, I just want you to realize, or people to hear this, is to know that you're on limited time. Know that you're probably on a pattern, and know what kind of income outcome you want from your income. What are you putting in to get out? And this is a very important strategy, but it is a mating strategy and something important we should do. What are we doing and why are we doing it? That simple. and asking yourself deeper, what am I really seeking? And that's why I did my love list. What do I really want out of this? Because if it's just me being a bachelor and flying around the different countries and sleeping with different beautiful women, but always getting one night stands, that's that 6'2", 5'7", 100 grand, 40 grand. I wanted the best of both worlds. I wanted to fly in, of course, make love to beautiful women, but to also have a family and build a home and build it with someone. This is not as easy as the fly in and out and what boingo bango tango. So it required more sacrifice from me. It required more resources from me. It required me to change my behavior so that I could get a different outcome. And that's the game we play, and we play it every day with everyone, literally seducing each other, literally manipulating each other, literally convincing each other to do certain things. Russian girl texted me, "Come meet me on the beach this morning." Get a boyfriend. Don't you have a boyfriend at home? Stop renting a dude. You can't rent me. I'm here for the duration. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be your, oh, I'm just comfortable and maybe touch you a little bit, but I not do anything with you. No, thank you, sorry. It's like, play games with someone else. You're in a play date, you can choose who you play with, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm feeling fucking strong, bro. Strong. I feel my abs. Jesus Christ. Just my core is just tight right now. So anyway, but it feels good. But yeah, this is mating strategies. This is hypergamy. This is a biology. This is psychology. This is sociology. We're all doing it, young and old. Who are we going to have around? Who's going to make us feel better? Who do we give time to? Who do we share our resources with? And we're very calculated about it. We don't give these things up easily. Women are going to give it to their offspring, and men are going to give it to women that can produce offspring. And that's where we're at. We're literally doing that every fucking time. Now, it might be for a short time, might be a long time, might be Mr. Now, might be Mr. Right or Mr. Now. Um, but those are all mating strategies. That's all just hypergamy, and that's all just getting what we want. And call it what you want, but you're getting what you want, and you're getting what you really, 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 really deep down inside want. So identify what you want before you go out there. Am I chasing my skirt, or am I chasing a flirt? Am I just trying to be social, or am I trying to be amicable? Am I trying to be in a partnership, or I'm trying to be single? You really got to identify what you want and be clear with other people so that there's no confusion. People don't get mad at you later. Everybody stays at peace, and there be no infighting. So do yourself a favor, write a love list. Someone told me to do it. I did it. It kind of cleared up things for me. We all think that we know what we want, but after about 5 or 10 things, when you have to do 20 to 30, it really stretched my mind. And going into the girls that I've dated recently and looked at my past and my history and seeing different things, right? Like I'll see um, my patterns. And you need to write your shit down because you have patterns too. You're a fucking monkey too. You're gyrating on the fucking dance floor to cluck to get another chick. And that's just what we do. We might act a fool. And sure, you might be into the music, but why are you facing her? And why are your shoulders twitching? And why is her butt twitching? Why are we doing these signaling to each other if it isn't biology? If we aren't the fucking monkeys, if we aren't the fish, if we aren't the fucking trees, bro. Like, well, the trees don't have to really dance to me, but you get my point. And women are trying to mate with dudes that will give them the DNA, the excitement, and the provisioning and the safety. And men are trying to make sure that their seed goes into perpetuity, find the sexiest girl they can so they can get her DNA and use her as a vessel. And I think that I found my vessel. I think that I found my vessel and the woman that I want to hold my seed and go into the future with. So it's a little bit more deeper than sex. I'm glad I'm not just poking and hoping. I don't need to just be like another monkey. I can sit and be a thinker and think about, why am I fucking this monkey, right? And when I fuck this monkey, what do I get out of it? Am I gonna get drama and stress? Am I gonna get my heart broken? Am I gonna risk that kind of emotion so I can have a baby? Are these the sacrifices that it takes to start a family, to be vulnerable and to show the right person or choose the right person? That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to make smart money decisions every day. We're trying to make smart mating decisions every day. Trying to be a smarter monkey every day. So that's what I implore you to do. It helps to find a compass. It definitely helps to choose a direction on the boat. And when you decide to go off into life and you float and you risk it, even though you think you're going to go somewhere, there's going to be storms. But when you find a safe harbor, then you know you've made it. It's your morning marijuana motivation. If you got anything out of this, peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But comment below, bro. You know, what kind of play dates have you been going on? Are you going full flowers and concert tickets? Are you exhibiting provisioning before she earns it? Does she turn you into her wallet or her coach purse? Does she make you hold her purse? Are you her butler? And for the girls, is he a safe harbor, or is he just a mating monkey? Is he a Brad and Chad? Is he just the Mister Fun Party? I just want you now. You have six pack abs. Is it something where you want the fun, dangerous bad boy, and you're just doing it for fun, and maybe your biology's kicking in, and maybe it's that time of the month, and you're an estrus? Or are you concentrating, or maybe you just need attention? Maybe you're bored and all alone and lonely, and you don't have your boyfriend, and you're on a beautiful island, and maybe you just want somebody to take you out to dinner or sit next to you on the beach, or get there early. I mean, we all have needs. We all have needs, and then we're all trying to find a way to get our needs met. And we're all clucking and fluffing and chirping and doing whatever it takes to get someone else's attention. That's what's happening. So I'm watching my clucks, I'm watching my chickens, I'm watching my decisions, and that's all that I did. I clocked in and I clucked in, and really just watching what people do. Such a small environment, small talent. Let's see how they operate. Who sticks with who? How do they respond to each other? Even though I know they had sex, do they keep a foot apart, or do they touch? Does he touch on the hips? Do they kiss on the lips? Do the lips need to be kissed? Does she look beautiful in the water, in my arms in the full moon and kissing me in the water? Woo, bruh, that's my life, and sometimes I have to pinch myself. So, pinch myself to see if I still exist. I can't believe these beautiful women want to kiss, and I can't believe that it's my body that gets to touch them, and it's such a magical feeling, you know. So those are the things I desire: real feeling, real connection, and real moments. The rest are just sports fucking and nutting and just getting mine. And I got to realize, is that what I'm chasing? Am I just doing my ultimate gratification, instant gratification, or I'm after delayed gratification and building? I chose the latter. I chose a substantial love, real love, sustainable love, one that keeps making me feel in love, and one that keeps making me. I mean, it's easy to keep making me get horny. It's not easy to keep making me happy, or peaceful, or listening. You know, that's when you know you like somebody. If you listen to them, it's more than just staring at their eyes and lips. Do you listen to them? Do you remember small facts that they tell you, or do you blank it out? Do you just forget their name a minute later? Yeah, that's what people were doing last night. So there's a lot of fake relationships. My buddy's German, and he's got a girlfriend, so he don't need a bitch. But a chick was trying to get with and sit next to us, and she was obnoxious, and she ended up fucking off too. But I mean, too much sarcasm, too much complications, breaking down the conversation, trying to control the conversation. I'm not a dude, bro. You know, don't dude me, bro. And I'm like, I dude everybody. I even dude my mom. You can't tell me what to do. But but Sagittarius, whatever, very combative. But anyway, she fucked off. She didn't want to eat. We went to go order food, and then she was like, I have no money, but I can eat for free and get a tab later from the place we were just at all the way up the hill. So she went all the way back up the hill, I guess, for a free meal. I don't know. She got to pay for it later. I don't get it. And we don't get each other with 12 different signs and people from 260 countries, how many goddamn languages, we're all going to communicate differently. My buddy said India, it's going to blow your mind. It's like you do so many things different culturally, like eating with their hand, but not their left hand, their right hand, because their left hand is wiping their ass, so they always keep a hand behind their back. And can you imagine someone eating curry and rice with their hands? Where's a spoon? But this is another different way of different approach. People are approaching things differently all the time. They're all different with different motivations and different timing. And like as I told the girl, I said, we're really blessed to be this beautiful. I know I got good genetics. I'm grateful for this body. I'm grateful for this mole. I'm grateful for my straight teeth. I'm grateful that I'm not pampered in a spa and the jets are blowing me and saunas and steam rooms. I'm just getting treated healthily instead of a caged animal that doesn't get fed or never left. Yeah, bro. And I'm like, how are we so healthy and blessed to be near each other? Both of us beautiful, both of us healthy, both of us near each other's age, both of us near each other on an island near Cambodia in a fucking 5-star resort and fucking spa. We're the chosen people, straight up. We're the fucking chosen people. So a lot of people never get to leave their country. We weren't born in Sudan. We weren't born in Yemen. We weren't raised in Iraq or Iran. We're not in this restricted environment. Instead, we get to be naked on a beach together and do as we please. Be free and hold each other and float each other and love each other and touch each other and kiss each other and fuck each other. It's a thing. It's connecting. It's plugging in. And when you want to plug in, you can be careful who you plug in with. Some people, it's just a random. They'll never see you again. Down the street you go. Some people, they got boyfriends. They just want fucking attention, like the Finland girl, just using me to be her photographer. But, yeah, we're all doing what we really, really want. We're all going after it full force, or whatever force we give our lives. And those are decisions. And that's what it's coming down to. So your play date, the dating game, your play date is a practice. It's a practice of, is this a sexual encounter? Am I going out for a spiritual encounter? Am I even around spiritual people? People hang out with the people that they like or do the drugs that they do. So it's like, okay, I like the snobby crew. I like the drinking crew. I like the weed crew. I like the cocaine crew. I want to be in that crew. Well, if you got low self-esteem and you need that kind of highs and you want to feel sexy and you want to feel fake, then you're going to chase fake drugs like cocaine. A lot of fake ego, fake happy, fake lifestyles over there, like an Instagram model or a streamer, only happy when they're on camera, when they're got attention. But when that's not the mission or that falls off to the wayside, what do you got? And what are you chasing? So it's really like, if the fake tits work for the fake people, and the beer works for the alcoholics, and the bar does too, and so does weed for the hippies. So we're all getting what we want, because I'm a hippie because I smoke weed and I care about the planet. I've been told because I got a beard, I'm a hippie. But anyway, I digress. I'm almost done smoking this joint, but thanks for chilling with me. Thanks for deep diving with me in my morning smokes and my morning marijuana motivation. I get up every morning and I'm going to smoke regardless. So I figured I'd do a show, and that's what I told the homies. I'm just deep diving, thoughts that are in my head, and human behavior that I see during the day before, or during the week, and do some safe psychology and try to really figure it out. Why is this one monkey branching? And she feels so empty. She always plays on her phone. And if it's not a dude in front of her or between her legs, then all of a sudden you're using sex as a coping mechanism. What happens when you don't have sex? What happens when you're alone? Then you don't cope. And what happens when you run out of cocaine? Then you can't cope. And what happens when you are just in lust, and then all of a sudden you guys got nothing to talk about? How's that gonna work? You know. So that's what we're doing. We're searching for compatibility and companionship and real love, and that's all of us. So I see it. I see the forest through the trees. I see me. I'm an animal in this jungle too. As the bird gets up to the stoop, we all are here trying to survive. We're all here growing on this planet. We're all here on limited time. So every day the trees are growing. Every day the mammals are mating, and every day you're making decisions that ultimately decide your fate. Facts. And that's what I had asked myself. Do I really, really, really want this girl? Do I really just want to love her and be connected to her and put energy into her and put my time, energy, attention, team, or me, money, energy, attention, and time in her? Do I plug into her like AWA and let it connect into me? Or do I just let my dick connect into her? These are the questions. This is the reality. So I had to ask myself the truth. International playboy with a bungalow and beautiful girls every different day of the week, beautiful bodies and beautiful sex, or one woman that lights me up and lets me fuck and make love instead. Grow my seed, want more than my meat, want to be part of my reality instead of my cover ups or my dystopia or my delusions. That's what it's all about. Has to be all day. The realist on YouTube. I want that real love. And that's what I wrote down, and that's what I'll get. So, real passionate love, real connecting, remembering, sending each other little memes, or music, or timing, and 11:11, like she just sent me, and thinking about me at the right timing, and knowing our time on the planet is short lived, and especially how long she's going to be on the island and near me. And she lives all the way in Norway. And once the next time I'm going to be in Norway, and she said, I'm going to stalk you. She'll probably come out to Vegas. Watch. She needs to be at the drum circle. She'll just love it. See my society, see my tribe. That's how you really know people. It's like, who are they kicking it with? There's a group of people that just don't talk to me. You know, there's one girl here that I've never even talked to. She's here every year, and we just don't talk. Like, she just hates me, and I think she hates me, so I just stay away from her, and we've never talked. It's crazy. And some monkeys aren't meant to get along, you know. I got some beef with some bars because I don't drink. I have to catch 3 bars, and there's only a small beach, so I'm behaving, and I think there was no rumors about me. That was just paranoia. But I'm sure there is. One guy was sitting there and he was like, "You're Mark. I've heard about you. Yeah, I used to stay in Easy House too, and you know Joe." And he like knew all these things about me. I'm like, "Who the fuck are you, dude? Where'd you get my dossier? Who told you this about me?" You know. And it was different when I had the magazine and I was actually promoting my name and putting them in all the different smoke shops. And I mean, it's to be expected. Shit, even my cellie in jail in Las Vegas City Jail, said he remembered me because of the beard and how big of the blunt was. It was like a really good photo. Thanks to my friend Linda for taking that photo. But yeah, man, I mean, notoriety, um, community, gossip. You can't control your reputation, but you can control your decisions. So hopefully you can. That's what Saints Addiction was all about, was controlling my decisions and making this business here on this island and dreaming the biggest dream I could to own my own business, and that I could fly around the world, and that the meeting would be the lunch would be double the time as the meeting, and land in the country, and seal the deal, and then fly back out or enjoy that city, and fly with my family, and have the endless summer and own a business. And I just thought it would be the best thing ever. Just like own a business. Just please, it's the biggest dream of mine. And now I got 5 brands. I'm in the bungalows. I'm in the jungle. I'm on the island where I came up with the idea. And I'm making love to a woman that loves me. And I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck is happening? Like what is really going on? And that's when I start pinching myself and I go, okay, yeah, you have been working out. You have earned this. If your body wasn't built like this, if you haven't been doing your push-ups, sit-ups, and pull-ups to fucking get to this level, if you hadn't fasted and stayed to the 3 to 11 regiment, you know, 3 to 11 regiment, and not eat till 3 p.m. and then do it to 11. This is what I've been sticking to. So it's been giving me really good results. I'm grateful as fuck. I got made really cool friends, and I've made some really bad enemies, and I've made some mistakes, and I'm not perfect by any means. I've watched other girls hook up with other dudes that I was into multiple times, maybe 10 times on this island already. I've watched hypergamy in its finest. We're monkeys in the zoo here, and you can come observe it. You can observe the monkey mammal human behavior that we exhibit, and that we show our teeth to some people, and then we growl at some people, and then we gossip about some people, we infight, we jockey for position. One dude kind of put his shoulder between me and the girl that I was talking to, and I was like, oh shit, he's after her. Little movements, little things like that. She's gyrating her hips, or her hips on my dick. And as she's walking back and forth, sure, we're dancing and we're naked on the beach, but she felt my dick. You can't miss that fucking light stick, and you can't fucking not feel that slapping against your butt when we're standing underneath the full moon, and we both know what it is. You know what I mean? We're both human, and we both want it. And to show that we want each other more than sex, more than just a fuck toy, or a fuck buddy, or a sex object. It was just like, when I made love to this woman, it was like I already made love to her 1,000 times, 8,000 times actually. It was just like we're going to do this a lot. Like I just have a feeling, that our bodies are going to vibrate together many times. And it wasn't just like a one night stand for me. And it was such a relief because I didn't want to be good luck Chuck anymore. But I didn't feel it was just like a one night stand with this girl. Some girls you just know you're never going to sleep with again, and say la vie, such is life. But this one, I knew I couldn't end that way. It couldn't end the way that it did, and it didn't. And it ended better, and it keeps getting better. So it's one of those things like, she's like, how can I be in love with someone so much in just 2 weeks? And I'm like, ditto, bitch, ditto. So where one was throwing away my baby and killing a soul and killing me with it, the other one wants to keep it, even if it was on a one night stand, even if it was me, the one that's supposed to be a fuck boy, is actually going to be a good daddy. And the one that treated you like shit is actually going through his own shit, and we're working on it. And that I'm not a perfect human being. There's going to be my avoidant attachment styles, and my sexual what's the word I want to say, promiscuity, um, and maybe my seeking of validation. Maybe why that's why I do this show. Maybe it's my ego. I have to ask myself really deep dive questions, and I like to think that by going deep, that other people are not afraid to get truthful with themselves. To that own self be true. When you start having these conversations with yourself, and you start identifying things that you want, and now your hand actually has to write, your brain actually has to think, and force your hand to write what you're thinking, and really put it out there in the universe, and put it out there on paper, and be like, oh shit. And what did that girl do to me? Yeah, I want a non-critical chick. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, no bitches. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Um, 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 what about that? Oh yeah, but that one chick, what did I like about that? I like that she was compassionate. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But not complaining. Okay, cool, cool, cool. You know, um, you're in a world where you don't get to create human beings. You don't get to swipe left for infinity. Um, that's not how it works. You're getting what you're dealt with, and people are like, you should be more selective. And I'm like, I don't get to choose who comes to this beach. I don't know who I'm going to talk to tomorrow. This is how it floats, and like every day is another new beautiful woman to talk to on this beach, and each one starts talking and talking. And for a minute there, I was talking to so many women that I was confusing them. And I was like, didn't I tell you that story? And they're like, no, you never did. And I was like, oops, I told that other bitch. And then it was how many people you can absorb, especially if you're really listening and they're really telling your life story, and then you start flashing to the other person telling their life story, and the other person telling their life story, and the other person telling their life story. It was like 10 life stories too many. So that's why I started tapping out early. And I'm like, I can't be people's psychologist. I can't be that good of a listener. I got to save some of my own energy and see if they want to switch energies with me, and go do something differently with that energy. Be proactive with energy instead of just arguing, but cleaning at the same time. Like, you could do something with your angst. You can't just sit there and masturbate. You could be working out, instead of just chilling and sitting, which I love to do. Just relaxing gives me a feeling. But also, when I'm done relaxing, there's a workout, there's a project, there's get back to business. And I actually did just get an email for one of my installs, so I do have to get back to that piece of business. But those kind of things, you know what I mean? Those kind of things is really what it's about. So, yeah, where does your focus grow? Were you watering weeds or flowers? Whatever you're seeking is seeking you, and that's why you end up where you're at. Straight up, that's why you go to bars instead of libraries. That's probably why, instead of gyms. I say gyms over bars is one of my mostly Saint shirts. So get that below as soon as I get a fucking merch shelf. But yeah, no, it's a fucking full on trip. Our mating strategies, and to watch people do them in front of me and make out within 5 minutes after I've been with you for 2 hours, or turn on your Bumble in front of me, even though I'm sitting next to you, and think that you love me for New Year's, and then end up calling me an asshole 36 hours later, in my own bungalow, 24 hours later in my own bungalow. Bitch, you better wake up and apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here for anybody's abuse. I'm not here for anybody's ego. I'm not here to um, 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 manipulate. This is not what I want. I want something that comes to me freely, willingly, openly, and genuinely belongs to me. Someone's making a choice, and if they choose me and I'm choosing her, if she chooses me and I choose her, then that is love. And that's what I think we're all seeking. We're trying to seek as much love as possible. And fucking bikes. And making loving connections with our friends, our family, and our lovers. Making sure that all these vibrations are good and intact, and that when we um, don't ruffle feathers with the wrong family, or we don't bump heads with the wrong relationship, and that we don't self sabotage ourselves. That part, you know. But it helps to fucking write the list and stick to the list. You know what I'm saying? It's like a grocery list. It's like, stick to the list, man. No, you're not supposed to get those chips and those cookies. You know you're not supposed to go get that milk. Keep skipping. That's not on the list. And if it's not on the list, it ought to quit. And that's it, dude. If it doesn't fit, it ought to quit. And if you stick to some kind of um, choice, some sort of, oh, I made that choice, you know, and then I can stand on it. I made that choice to be celibate. I made that choice to have these things from a lover. I made this choice to date wisely, and play date with people that are reciprocate, and aren't sending me mixed signals, and don't have boyfriends, don't have husbands, don't play games, aren't there for the drugs, aren't there for the stupid, but are really there with you in the moment, to experience moments with. And it's so heightened with her. It's ridiculous. So I just keep pinching myself. I keep being in love. I knew it was foolish, and I felt foolish for like a week, but now I don't. Not so much. 2 weeks later, it feels more real than ever. So one more motorbike before I get to the end of this show. But I got to the end of the show. I got to the this girl gets so many boys. I got to the end of the show a long time ago. So if you want to be a whore and a hooker, you can do so. If you want to be a lover and a winner, you can do so. And both things are dichotomous, but both things are a choice, and we're getting what we really want. So make sure you go out there, seek and destroy, or seek and create, as I would say, and create something, man. Go make your own life. Go meet your future ex-wife, man. Get out there and fucking mingle and practice, because that's the only thing that's going to be true is your experience level and your feelings that you feel. So the morning motivation. I'm out this bitch. Thanks for smoking a joint with me. I'm high as draft pussy, and I need some water too. So peace and love. Call melts a bitch. Ciao. Bella. Beijos.